not have any kind of labeling system on recordings. This hasn't been instituted yet. We've heard examples of heavy metal that seem to be fairly in your face, talking about kind of dark issues sometimes. Well, the other side of the coin is going to be when gangster rap becomes more well known, and the serious subject matter and the way the songs are delivered. All of this kind of comes to a head by circa 87, 88, and that's when this series of hearings are held from congressional committees where both Dee Snider and John Denver end up on the same side of the fence, literally.
Because of the perennial Bible.
Yeah. Here's a government body trying to decide if they have the right and or should impose some kind of basically censorship on a creative work. Well, this causes a big stink, and rightly so. Part of the argument for it was that, well, look, the movie industry, they've had labeling for years. Well, what most folks didn't realize, that was a self-imposed labeling system. Hollywood was smart decades ago. They realized that they didn't police themselves, that the government was going to get involved. So they came up with a rating system. And we are all familiar with everything from G to PG-13 to X to whatever. That is not government mandated. That is something that Hollywood and the movie industry set up on their own to give potential viewers, specifically heads up about what the potential content of this movie might be. If you ever see a trailer for a movie and it says this film not yet rated, well, they haven't decided which category to put that in yet before it's released. The music industry wasn't that brilliant. They didn't come up with a labeling system on their own. They waited until the government got involved. And what did come out of it was what we now see as these advisory stickers on CDs or whatnot, or even digital downloads for that matter. Did that curtail young folks from purchasing these albums? Probably not. In fact, some artists even played on that to their advantage. Can't think which band, but one band even just put their album cover said advisory explicit content in big bold letters. That was the album cover, and that was like perfect enticement for a young teenager.
But they had mothers that were saying they didn't want their children to listen to that.
Yeah, and that's perfectly in that mother's right to determine what her child should or should not listen to. I don't know if we ever listened to Curtis Mayfield. He did the soundtrack for Superfly, one of the early 70s blaxploitation movies. And this next example is from Ice-T from 1988, a song called I'm Your Pusher, and the music bed from it comes from this track from Curtis Mayfield called Pusher Man. And yeah, it's talking about a drug dealer. That music bed or parts of it or what is going to be used behind
what's up, man? I need to get high, man. I need to get on to some big time dope, man. You know I can get a key. I know you can get an LP. LP, man. If you went crazy, man, I'm talking about some dope, man. I need to get high right now, man. Why don't you hook me up with a 5-0? I can hook you up with a 12, man. 12 inch, man. You done went crazy. You don't even know what time it is. Out here on the street, you don't know what time it is, man. You's a fool. Yo, homeboy, you a fool. You don't know what time it is out here messing up your mind. You know what I'm saying? This is Ice-T talking to you, boy. I'm gonna tell you what time it is.